The following contest with a time limit of 15 minutes is a #1 contenders match for the TIW Championship and is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing the Echo Boomers, accompanied by fireworks Foxx Vinyer. From Niagara, New York, weighing 235 pounds, Jimmy Limits.
What are these idiots doing? The inmates are running the asylum tonight, I swear.
And his opponent, also representing the Echo Boomers, accompanied by Jimmy Limits from Melmac at a weight of 240 pounds, fireworks, Foxx Vinyer.
Well, Johnny, this is your first match here commentating for us at TIW. I know you've been here a few times, so you know what the Echo Boomers have in store, what shenanigans are always up our sleeve, and this is going to be a thing, I think is how I'll put it.
I think you tried to shoot.
With the confetti?
If that's what you want to call it.
I mean, I was in the ring. It was more aimed at me than it was aimed at you. Jimmy Limits goes long. 2 points.
I'm glad there's hand sanitizer at this table. I feel dirty being around the Echo Boomers.
Patriots last weekend went, oh, returns the pass, overshot into the crowd.
Looks like the Patriots the week before.
That's mean. Such strength. Foxx Vinyer, now Jimmy Limits, both ripping apart. Nope, tried it. Oh, the boot gets it done. All right, so more seriously, this is a #1 contenders match, believe it or not.
If this is what they're doing in the ring, I'm terrified what their pre-match ritual is.
Sometimes it's best not to know.
Can this match end in a no contest? I don't even want to think about either of these two being champions.
It'd be a whole lot of fun, that's for darn sure.
We have different ideas of fun.
It's not fun. There's confetti, there's streamers, there's...
That's not fun. That's ridiculous.
How is it ridiculous?
Match about to start.
Two people enjoying themselves.
Hopefully we can end this match soon so I don't have to endure this any longer.
Sure, this is going to be great.
Again, we have different opinions of the word great.
I mean, get a dictionary of this. I don't know. There they go, locking up in the middle. Again, these are tag team partners normally, so they will know each other very well, as evidenced by that kind of a stalemate earlier.
Do you think they know each other very well? I don't think they know themselves.
I think as well as anybody can know either of these individuals, they will be the people to know it.
I'd rather not.
Of the people that know Jimmy Limits, Firework probably knows him the best, and vice versa.
I'm glad I'm not included in that group.
I mean, they're a fun-loving couple. I mean, maybe you can go learn with them.
I'll pass.
Come on, you can learn a lot from the Echo Boomers. Very successful tag team here in TIW.
Like how to put streamers up on the ring ropes?
Look at how well measured out that pink one is. Vinyer goes for the cover, gets out before a 1 count. Not even a 0 count. The ref just getting a lot of work out here at this point. And now finally Vinyer gets that side headlock on Limits. Great takedown there, and now looks to wear down Limits as we have our first kind of actual offense for the match. And this is going to be a very interesting matchup. As I said, tag team partners, but they both obviously want that #1 contendership very much. Great takedown by Firework and another one. At what point is it going to be, these two are very clearly friends. Will it turn at some point?
I'm glad that neither of them are holding back, though.
Oh, absolutely. It still means a lot to them. They both understand that. At least it seems.
Every now and then you have a friend that you just need to punch in the face. And you know what, for Foxx, it's probably Jimmy.
Are you saying that you have somebody too?
He's probably sitting next to me, but that's besides the point.
One person sitting next. Vinyer with a crossbody off the top rope. Jimmy Limits rolls through. Tried to steal the pinfall here, but no dice as Vinyer's shoulders were up. Arm drag takedown.
So Foxx was looking confused, but he frequently looks confused.
That is standard fare for Vinyer. And the people near him usually too.
I'm confused on why this match is going on for a #1 contendership.
Well,
when you have Zach, you have Omar, you have other people that deserve it.
Well,
and not these two.
The Echo Boomers won their match at Beat the Heat.
Jimmy broke the ring. Unfair advantage.
Unfair. They all had to fight with the same disadvantage.
But I think he intentionally went out there to break that ring.
There is no way he intentionally broke that ring.
Ask him.
I'm sure we sat right here and watched it. He was excited. He was jumping on the bottom rope. And of the ways to break a ring, the bottom rope's the least effective one. Crossbody from Limits. Now the roll through is Vinyer. Referee moving into the position. Forgot the cover. It's out with the 1 count does Limits.
I think Vinyer had his sights. I don't trust him. He's probably trying to cheat.
This is an incredibly evenly matched contest so far, as we would expect out of two people who work so well together and know each other so well.
But do they even like each other? I don't think so. I don't like either of them, so I can't imagine that they like each other.
Not that they like anybody.
There's probably some deep-seated anger and aggression towards each other. Maybe Jimmy wanted to come out and use the fireworks one time. Both men stand still. Both men are on the same page, both going for drop kicks.
These two know each other so well, and they think so much alike.
Which is terrifying.
It's terrifying for the tag team division, because they got to deal with these two people who are so on the same page. Oh! And that was a vicious kick from Vinyer that sent Limits end over end into the corner here.
And there will be a tag team tournament starting soon. So, these two have to be very high up on the odds of winning.
Limits trying to get excited, fire himself back into this. Following that offense from Vinyer. Limits rushes in. All that momentum straight to the center of Vinyer. Wind out of him. Using all the momentum he could on that whip. Knocking himself to the canvas trying to get it. And then, that big time running uppercut. Picks him up for the sidewalk slam. Hooks both legs. 2. Vinyer kicks out at 2. Limits even saying sorry, buddy, as he went for that move.
You don't apologize to your opponent.
I agree with that.
If you're going to go out there to wrestle, you're going to go out there to win.
Got him, baby.
Oh, went for the senton Vinyer, though.
He telegraphed that one.
Yeah, he did.
Foxx knew what was coming.
I think he knew it was coming probably without the telegraph, but didn't help any. The right elbow pad is off. Set up here. And that's how you do a running European uppercut, says Vinyer, then the clothesline. And throws Jimmy across the ring, bounces back up to his feet in the corner. Firework again getting fired up, and is met by Jimmy Limits, who explodes out of the corner. Brutal collision, both men are down here. Oh! There's a heck of a chop echo throughout the TIW arena here.
Nice reversal.
Yep. Limits tucks under the clothesline, goes over Vinyer there. Holds onto the ropes. Vinyer rushed in, but was met with a back elbow by Limits. Tries to follow it up instead. Topanga unchained to that power slam. This could be it, too. Limits gets up, though. Another kind of a even point between these two men. Very even match up to this point, and now Vinyer going to try to wear Limits down here.
I think Jimmy just gave up. I think he verbally submitted.
I think a fan from ringside said the words.
I think that was true.
That did not sound like the voice of Jimmy Limits as I heard it. If either of these men have an upper hand in this match so far, who do you think it's been at this point?
I think it's Foxx. Foxx has the experience.
Makes sense.
And I don't think he's worried about hurting Jimmy. Jimmy's apologizing. I don't think Jimmy wants this as much as Foxx does.
Point! Limits wants it enough to get that checked on that slam, side suplex, and now again trying to fire himself back up into this. Both men back to their feet. Limits rushes in. Vinyer gets out of the way though. Went for Limits. Got him over the top rope, kind of got hung up, but he made it out there okay. Caught the right and just met him with a slap. Was blocked, and now Limits slams the head of Vinyer into the top turnbuckle. Oh, and there's that discus elbow strike.
Imagine if these two disliked each other.
That's actually a scary thought. I mean, the entry into the match wouldn't be as fun, that's for sure.
It wasn't fun to begin with.
It was a lot of fun.
I almost had a heart attack.
I almost got run over in the ring, and I still had fun.
Shot.
What is Limits going for here? He's up on going to the top rope with Vinyer. Oh! He's able to kick Limits off the top turnbuckle there. Limits had hitting the top turnbuckle, and now a straight right from Vinyer. Returned with one. Limits, a headbutt using the bottom rope. Momentum leverage rather cut on that. Now an elbow to the back. These two are battling themselves slowly up the ropes here.
Hopefully they knock each other out up here so we don't need to deal with this anymore.
I mean, I would say no because the fans are underneath them and there's a couple of big guys.
I'm willing to take that risk.
Strong. And they're up there. Slumbering on each other. Oh, at the same time, and Vinyer goes down, so does Limits. Oh, landing very awkwardly with his hip. Did Limits on the apron. Well, both men are down now, and the referee's count will start.
Is it 10 yet?
Some people seem to think so already.
The idea of one of these two being the #1 contender terrifies me.
How is it terrifying?
Look at these idiots.
They're putting on a great match.
Oh, I'm not taking that away from them, but look at them. Look at Foxx. You want him to represent TIW? He can't even afford a full haircut.
I'm sure that's by choice. Limits piece the count. So does Vinyer. They were at 9 there. Both men just able to get back into the ring here. Oh! Monstrous clothesline from both men. Firework. All kinds of caught up in that. That was as high impact of a collision as I've seen here, period. What a big point in this match. If either man can follow for the cover, it may be it, although they're both stirring. The referee's count is at 5. Both men getting to their feet at the same time. Limits pushes Vinyer off him. Oh, he meets her with the suplex. Great switch into the suplex from Vinyer. He has Jimmy reeling. And he meets it with a spine buster.
With any luck, this will be the end of the Echo Boomers.
A strong statement as limits the pinfall too. That was half a second from the #1 contendership for the TIW title, and you could tell he knows it.
Jimmy crying like a child? Of course.
Child, he's exhausted. It's been a heck of a match. They're both throwing everything they have at each other. That's a very reasonable vocal outcry.
Well, sure, if you're a child.
Vinyer's got him up. We've seen that move put away so many people. Is it going to do it to Limits too? Hooks the inside leg. 2. No, Limits kicks out of it.
Neither man wanting to give up, and I just want both of them to give up. I don't think I asked for much.
I think it's a lot, actually. Both men give up in a match
just
they
these,
both can conceivably win.
Just these two. I don't want either one as #1 contender.
Well, I think you're going to be sadly disappointed here in a matter of minutes. Limits driving the back of Vinyer into the apron. Grabs him back and looks to do it again. Vinyer back into the ring. Jimmy's still feeling the effects of the Echo Boom and all the moves the two have thrown at each other throughout this match. He falls into the ring from the bottom rope. Vinyer barely able to get to his feet. This might be a matter of who hits the next big move at this point.
Both men are obviously exhausted.
Jimmy Lynn's barely able to get anything into those shoulder tackles in the corner.
But they're still effective. They're knocking the wind out of Foxx.
A little bit of momentum here. Rushes in. Although Vinyer jumps over it and a big-time super kick.
That's a dental appointment in the morning.
Jimmy might just be out of it right now. Oh, Vinyer's going to the top. That moonsault. Limits gets out of the way. These two know each other so well, they just can't. It's impossible for either man to get the upper hand, it seems. Now Limits going for the senton. This time he connects on that one. 1, 2. Foxx kicks out and stays alive in this match. Man, this has been such an even match. Both men just trading moves at the outset, trading drop kicks at the exact same time.
It's like they share the same mind.
That happens with tag teams. You work with somebody for a long time, you trust them on the level you got to as a tag team, absolutely.
I hope we never share the same mind. It'd be good for you, it'd be awful for me.
I don't know about that breakdown, but I do share the I don't want to share your mind sentiment, so we're alike in that aspect.
You'd be so lucky.
The under unlucky. And it's from the second rope, goes for that splash! Hits the frog splash.
And Jimmy's the new #1 contender.
2! A little early there, cursing the commentator. Vinyer gets the arm up and this match continues. It's now Vinyer. Looks like he could be going for that side effect. Maybe not. Just kind of a suplex.
Foxx stuffing it.
And a second time, dropping to his knee to block it. Rolls through. Unable to hold Limits up, though. Oh! That might be all she wrote right here. Limits floats into the cover as the leg hooked. 2. No! Vinyer is able again to kick out. And Limits is beside himself. He can't believe it.
Hopefully these two just destroy each other.
I mean, they might. Limits has it lined up for that bicycle kick. And he connects! The pinfall. 2.
Jimmy's feet were underneath the ropes.
They absolutely were. You're correct. That was an excellent call from our ref to catch that. His feet were definitely underneath the rope there.
I'm glad I could point that out to him.
I mean, I think you saw it before you pointed it out, but Limit's so tired from this match, wasn't able to get a proper pinfall. Barely had any weight on him.
If you don't know where you are in the ring, you're going to lose. That's been proven time and time again.
That's sound logic. Can't really argue that.
Jimmy could have had it if he knew where he was, even what building he was in or what state he was in.
I think he knows that.
I don't think so.
He knows he's on the top rope right now. Oh, and Limits falls into the rope, and that dislodges, Vinyer falls in the rope, dislodges Limits. He falls unceremoniously onto the top turnbuckle.
That may be the greatest thing to happen to Mankind.
Oh! Vinyer runs in with a shot to an already reeling Limits. Got him up there. This could be also very big. Headbutt from Vinyer. He could be going for a second rope echo boom here.
This could be it.
Avalanche echo boom. Limits looks out. Vinyer trying to get to the cover. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. That does it. New #1 contender.
And the winner of the match and #1 contender for the TIW Championship, Fireworks Foxx Vinyer.
So there we have it, a heck of a match between both these men, these teammates, these friends. And in the end, Vinyer
Is the new #1 contender. This isn't good. This isn't good for anyone.
this is great. This is great for Foxx Vinyer. The fans enjoy it.
I don't care what's good for Foxx.
That's very clear.
Imagine this man is the TIW champion.
He's got to beat Mr. Must-See Tyler Vincent to do that. I mean, if you're able to win a match like this and then come back in a month and beat Tyler Vincent, you've earned the ability to call yourself TIW champion.
Look at you jumping the gun. Tyler Vince has to get past CJ Scott.
This is very true.
CJ Scott is leaving this building as the new champion.
That's a very good point. We know the Wolf has been on a roll of his own lately, so.
And Tyler Vincent has 1 loss. Let me ask you this, who's that to?
The Wolf CJ Scott.
History's going to repeat itself. We're going to have a new champion tonight. And then CJ Scott, he'll put Foxx Vinyer out to pasture.
You make valid points there, but we'll see. That'll be a little bit from now. For now, Vinyer celebrating his victory, Limits doing everything he can to stand his feet, really. It'll be a very interesting moment between the two. They just had a heck of a fight for everything they could at each other. You mentioned maybe a wedge coming between them. Doesn't look to be, though, as both men embrace in a great show there.
Now Jimmy just needs to hit him with the belly to belly.
I don't think if he wanted to, he's got it in him right now, but.
He's going to prove the point.
Vinyer rolls out of the ring, taking some of the streamers with him, thankfully. Nope, and then he gets some back. All the way across.
Assaulting fans. This is the champion you want? I'm disgusted. I'm disappointed.
I don't think a streamer is an assault.